So, fellow traders, brothers and sisters, last not least, I didn't want to make this video, but I should do it because right this moment, Nasdaq and Bitcoin broke on the same time on their high daily time frames. Very important levels. We begin with Nasdaq at this moment. As you can see that Nasdaq broke this very extremely important resistance, and on the same time Bitcoin very slowly, a little bit sooner began than Nasdaq, as Nasdaq tried to get up. And also we had some earnings very negatively for some tech companies, especially the SMCI. My Ponzi friend Mikey Saylor will cry tonight on his bed, so we are all happy about. But we go now on the lower time frame and take a look. We see here how rapidly the market is falling. So broke nearly every resistance one after each other, and that's not enough. I can now with very high probability say this is the end or the beginning of the end for the crypto tech or the Ponzi tech, not for Bitcoin. One day in future Bitcoin will go higher again, but not today, not this week, and also I'm afraid not in near future. The reason is simple. If we go down here, we see here where this trend line had started, and the first one was at around 14,054, but this is not enough. This is extremely long and very important trend line or resistance level that's beginning up from 10,000. So in case Nasdaq will break that level, the next level will come are at around 17,200, 17,055. Then we go into the 16,000 era at around 16,400 to 800. It would be then the next support Nasdaq has to conquer. If that level broken, the next support is at around 14,400 to 14,800. And once we break that, we come very fast downside, even the supports, and we have to, I see here, to fill two gaps at around 13,360 still open, and 12,100. And once Nasdaq breaks that level, we come down very soon to 10,800 to 11,200. So not a very good time for the stock market. And the problem is now, once Nasdaq is breaking that 10,000, it will drop to 9,800, and once breaking that, below that we have very low value area that will help Nasdaq drop to around 6,000 to 8,000. Now imagine which very big impact has Nasdaq on crypto, and Nasdaq takes down crypto. Proven crypto is no asset, was never or never have been any asset, that's for sure. And a lot of people who think crypto is a good hedge fund, a lot of newspapers, and guess what, who are publishing those news? Of course, the crypto companies, right? The name is Amen, and BTC News, Crypto News, whatever, all paid by all those scams, and they have been brainwashing all the people. Put your money in that asset. It is anti-inflationary, is deflationary. Nothing about that, guys. Now you see, we are all the time informing you, and well, you haven't been listening to our warnings, and that is coming now. That's the result. You have time still now to say goodbye to that money destruction so-called asset. I don't know, that's your money, not mine. My money is very, very safe, and my trading friends too, and people who are following me and are my opinion. I am very sure today they are in very, very big profit. I hope so, and I'm wishing them, and they deserve it all. If so, be very careful holding Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you see, is reacting very negatively to fear, and the fear is just the beginning. It was just an attack last weekend, and we have seen how crypto reacted, very fearful in front of that fear. A good hedge instrument is an asset that in such times starts to rally up. For example, gold or commodities or the US dollar. And that's extremely very good and solid and robust hedge, but crypto is nothing. That's my opinion. And why is this now happening? Well, today Fed Williams said first that consumer spending is driven by strong fundamentals and getting strong tailwind from the supply side, then blah blah. Comments like don't see recent inflation data as a turning point and so on, and markets are taking slower inflation progress in account. And then he said something, maybe his biggest mistake. He said that he's still expecting rate cuts to begin this year, and that was the beginning of the disaster. That was the reason that the Nasdaq, which came down, then slightly went up, and then they announced never that people should not take it for granted. It would be a possibility, but also the possibility existing that the rate cuts will start next year or maybe in 2025, and that was the beginning of the end. On the same time, we had the US retail sales numbers, which jumped 0.7% in March. That was during Williams was speaking, and the market saw all that, and that was the reason, number one, that the Nasdaq started to crash. Also, we had the very big reaction of Bitcoin. Interestingly, to this news, what about crude oil? Were very disappointing. I had today at all 47 trades. I had around 7 losers out of 9 trades in crude oil. 7 losers, 2 winners, and I said, go fuck you, CL. So therefore, the rest of the trades I did, and I am still in all in winners, mainly in crypto and in Nasdaq, especially in Nasdaq. A fantastic market today, very predictable Nasdaq, and these two, Bitcoin and Nasdaq, work very, very good together. Then we go to crypto, and we see in crypto is slowly but very sure coming now to the next level, 62,613. And guess what? If crypto is going to break that very important level, what I expect. And look at this. Then it has already broken the second major and extremely robust resistance. And then from 62,300 until 53,000, there is nearly nothing that could stop crypto. Then here we have a consolidation partially. The problem with this consolidation is that's a low value area, which has no value and can hold only for a moment. And once breaking that, we see here then we have a correlation again to all three resistances. Just one tick below this resistance is enough that crypto comes to the next level at around 43,244. And look, now the disaster is not over, guys. For some crypto bulls, we will then target the 38,783. It's still not over, guys. I'm sorry for you. I know it's very painful for some bulls. And then we go to 27,000. Now, the problem with 27,000 is not that it will be a dip, guys. Look at this. Look at this formation. Below that nearly is no major resistance anymore existing. That's the last resort at 24,916. Because then, breaking that, we very fast will go to 15,000, and we know what happened last time at about 15,000. That's the ultimate support there. If they break it, they go very, very fast to 6 to 8K. That's, of course, for the bears a fantastic news, and especially for funds like Michael Saylor. And I'm going every time because I know, look how much I'm short in this piece of shit of Michael Saylor. We are absolutely short. And with Michael Saylor's stock, we can say that $687 would be then his last chance, but I don't give this chance to this guy, so I don't like him. And we see here already these very major levels has been broken. So the minimum target is at around 292. Once there, because Michael Saylor no asset anymore. And why? Because the crypto is going down. So we see here that nearly at this reverse chart, we can see here how that's the put options for SMCI, and if the put options start to drop, it means that the stock will follow. And as Michael Saylor told to his audience this morning, AI and crypto, it just has begun. I knew exactly it would be a very fantastic day for me and a very bad, bloody day for Michael Saylor, losing possibly, I hope so, this year nearly all of his assets. So if you're holding some SMSCI, guys, sell this piece of shit. This is a valueless paper. It just will dump money. It has no value. And this guy is still, you need to understand, he is a billionaire, and if a billionaire starts to fake statistics, what does it say about the character of this person, and what does it say about the company he was making, right? So if I am buying a stock, I'm not looking only for the value of the company, but I'm looking also for the value of the people who are working in the company, who was developing that company, the character of that person, and all those human resources and human values in the company make the whole value of the company. And that gives me then the answer, yes, this company is trustworthy or no, independently from the price, right? Because the price development is temporarily. And SMCI is nothing, is less than zero. And if you give me also grants or millions to buy this stock, I won't do that, okay? So we see here how beautifully Nasdaq is now has broken the next resistance. And well, guys, this is the business, right? I told you in my videos, you need to keep focused, vacant, free your mind of noise and manipulation, brainwashing, and have patience, right? Timing is very, very important. And the problem with some traders, or with the majority of the retail traders, is they want to trade every day. And I know if I ask them, they tell me books about what they all know about the technical analysis, and I am very sure in some cases they explain me things I never heard, so I can also learn of them. The problem is technical analysis, or the problem what they have not understand, and some other traders have understood, is that technical analysis is just a timing, right? The very important is the fundamental analysis, the fundamental, what's all around. And the fundamental analysis plus the volatility of the market is very important. Let's say in this case, the fundamentals are bearish, looking not so good, but looking extremely bad for the stock market, extremely bad for Nasdaq, very, very extremely bad for crypto. This is the fundamentals, and it doesn't help if you believe it or not, because all these facts, all these numbers and facts are the reality. And then on the technical analysis side, which is 1% of the whole trading, you just find your timing. You wait your time. You wait until the market reaches certain point, in this case the highest all-time high possible, and you exactly know and ask yourself, okay, when the fundamentals are bearish, why is the market making all-time high? The answer is very easy, because that all is hype. Hype, just one word, but that is the answer. Hype. They drive the prices higher with bots, with some traders that other people start to buy. And this is the reason, last not least, Elon Musk is saying goodbye to thousands, if not to above 20,000 people alone in Europe, I think, and worldwide, I don't know how much. So that's the beginning. A lot of companies have been started with dump money, so there is a lot of corruption, there is a lot of fraud, there is a lot of lies, manipulation, and in all those papers, right? Empty papers, and they are just dump money, right? So, and now all the bullshit is coming out, but because they are not able anymore to hide it, so the governments want also to have the taxes, and they have a lot of very good, honest officers and workers of the government who are investigating. And we have seen Sam Bankman, and then the next one will be here Michael Saylor, I hope, and he has also a lot of problems because of tax fraud. And his hope was that Bitcoin goes higher, but we see now what's happening. Bitcoin coming down, maybe here and there we will have some pullback of the market. And if you remember, exactly remember my words, what I told you, each time Bitcoin coming down, Nasdaq coming down, oil market coming down, suddenly a lot of news will be published. Expert number one says the rally is over, and expert number two says soon 15% to 20% pullback will start. Expert number three says, yes, I am very sure Bitcoin goes to 1 million. I told you in all the last videos, many times, and now again. And keep an eye on that, okay? If this news are published, do exactly the opposite, believe me, right? And if the market is going higher, they will manipulate you by suddenly telling that the market comes down, because they know there are a lot of trading beginners there, and therefore they want to have your money. They have come for your money, guys. So be careful, be open, right? And be fearless. If trading, just switch off all this news, right? Also on the platform, I don't say what platform, but you know where the prices are. Switch off, click off all the news. If you're trading, you just trading. No news, only the price is your indicator, guys, okay? Keep care of you. And I wanted just to share this video once again for last time today. Enjoy the fall of Michael Saylor. Enjoy the fall of Nasdaq, of this scammy markets. And we see here, look, everything is in red. Here, guys, look at the US dollar. This is a fundamental. This is a value, right? US dollar since hundreds of years. The US dollar history is very interesting, right? And this is, to me personally, it has more value than gold, even than gold, because the protection of the US dollar, the governments are dedicated to protect the US dollar. It doesn't matter what it takes, believe me. So, and you see now the dollar going up, dollar is destroying nearly every dump asset. Gold is also going up. You see here that gold on the other side. This is a good hedge in such times. You see here. So after the correction, gold in this time getting up. This is now a very indicator that Israelis said that they will They will reattack. As I said, it was just the news. On the same time, the Iranian foreign minister announced our response will be quick in the event that Israel carries out retaliatory action. And then, that was very interesting, Saudi Arabia publicly acknowledged role in defending Israel against Iranian attack. And also King of Jordan is saying that events in the region may lead to further escalation, threatening security and stability, and he gives the guarantee to stay on the side of Israel. So a lot of news are coming out. The most news are not released here. Think again, Wall Street doesn't want you. They know a lot of people are new beginner, and they are now scared. Guys, this is a bear trend. We are in a bearish trend now. Okay, that's very, very important that you understand it. We are in bearish trend here on higher time frame. This is a 10-minute chart. So again, in daily time frame, look, very, very important resistances on higher time frame, and resistance and major support and resistances of higher time frame are always important. If you have a resistance or support in 10-minute chart or 1-minute chart, that's not even bullshit. Has no meaning, zero meaning. Only on higher time frame, because the big players are placed here. The big players are the trend holders, the rich guys, the rich, right? The billionaires, right? And they wanna now sell the market down. That's the reason that they say we are not interested anymore in that trend. We want to have a trend, new trend, and that new trend is only the way down, right? The same like Nasdaq. Look, a lot of people selling trend holders, and I'm talking about millionaires, hedge funds, banks, financial institutions, private billionaires, selling their stocks as they can because they know it's going down, right? And we will go down, that's for sure. Why? Because this is the price, and the price says, guys, I'm going down. Who is with me? Who is against me? Okay? That was, right? So keep care on your positions. If you have, I hope you have been selling high like we did already since the last weeks, and we told you do the same. If not, also good time now. Just sell the market as soon as possible, trade your stop to your break even, and let the market go down. Then we will have some period of pullback. Stay with the trend. The trend, you are exactly at the beginning of the trend. That's the best what can happen to you, and let it run. And at the beginning, I know some will be a little bit nervous because pullback will come, and that pullback is making a lot of people nervous. So stay tuned and have patience, close your eyes, and let the market do its job, right? If you go with the market, I guarantee you over time, you will be very, very profitable, okay? Have a good evening, guys.